Hi guys, welcome to another video on the Black Carve 2, and I'm going to be answering 15 of your questions in 5 minutes. Good stuff. Ooh. So, as you can see, I'm on a pair of crutches at the moment. I had a slight accident which required knee surgery. I had a ton of content planned. I've had to kind of reshift that, which is why I'm doing this kind of Q&A, ask me anything style video right now. So last week I put out a message on social media asking, what do you want to know about the board? And I'm happy to answer any of those questions. I got lots and lots of questions. So what I've tried to do is group these together into 15 kind of questions that are very, very similar to what everyone was asking. I know that some of my videos are long, so I'm going to try and answer these questions within 5 minutes. I will stick time codes below if you want to jump to a particular question. Let's get 5 minutes on the clock and start going through the questions. Question 1. When is the full review of the Black Carve 2 coming? I can't skate at the moment because of the operation on my knee. I do actually want to do a long-term review of the board as well, so even though I'm not skating at the moment, I still will do other videos on the Black Carve 2, just not right now. What's going on with the motors? Have you got it resolved? Last week I did contact Onsra about that motor issue. They got back to me so quickly, I couldn't believe it, but they need to kind of see the board in the flesh to see what's going on with it. And they want me to bring the board in, or I could even post it. Now, the problem I have at the moment is that I can't drive anywhere and I can't take it to the post office. So what I've said to them is, as soon as I get the okay from the doctor, I'll take it down to the workshop, which is not that far. It's like an hour away from here, but really good customer service. Why the direct drive? There's kind of 3 reasons for this. I'm pretty lazy. I don't want to maintain all of the boards or start shifting around the gearing or anything like that. Secondly, direct drive is almost completely silent. It's very stealthy. If you live in a place where you don't want to draw attention to yourself riding an electric skateboard, won't say any more on that in case I get into trouble. The other thing is it's a lot easier to carry. I can pick the board up by the front trucks, and because it rolls freely, you can wheel it around with the weight on the floor rather than at the top of the board in your hand like you do with the belt drive. Why the 115mm rubber wheels? Most of the boards that I've ridden on urethane wheels. I hate having to watch out for every single pebble, crack, twig, curb that I'm going over. With the 115 rubber wheels, you can just mow over all of that stuff, and it's so smooth and comfortable. I guess if I'm going on a long ride with other people, maybe I'll switch those out to cloud wheels. Can I use AT wheels with the direct drive? Short answer, no. If you're interested, I can get a set and try them out and show you what that looks like. Do the direct drive motors get ruined sitting so close to the floor? I'm going to say no. My Black Carve 1 I've had for almost a year. There's just a few scratches, a bit of pitting. There's like an armor sleeve over the motor. It's not like if you hit a belt drive motor. Even though they're close to the floor, they're very well protected and they pretty much run through anything. Do I prefer the Black Carve 2 over the Black Carve 1? And the follow-up question to that is it worth the upgrade? The Black Carve 2 took everything that I liked about that board and made it even better. So yes, I like the Black Carve 2 more than I like the Black Carve 1. As for upgrading, if you've got the Black Carve 1 already, if you have the money, you like the Black Carve 1, but you think that it's missing something, then yeah, I think it's worth the upgrade. If you're looking at buying the Black Carve 1 or the Black Carve 2, if the Black Carve 2 is within your budget, go for that one. Otherwise, the Black Carve 1 will suit you fine. Is the deck more flexible on the Black Carve 2, and is it a stiff or flexible deck? So the Black Carve 2 is a stiffer deck than what was on the previous version, and it feels more like dampening rather than a flexible deck. To me, coming from riding carbon fiber deck boards, Black Carve 2 is not a stiff board. If you're using like an X-Way Flex or a boosted board and that's your idea of flexibility, then this is going to be very stiff. What is the range like? I get around 10 kilometers per pip on the remote, and there are 5 of those. So I'm not saying that I'll probably get to 50 kilometers. I think it's fairly accurate what's on the website. I could definitely get over 40 kilometers on that board with one charge. What is the free roll like on the direct drive? If you take a normal skateboard with no resistance or a hub motor board with very little resistance and a belt drive at the other end that has a lot of resistance, the direct drive kind of sits in the middle. So there is resistance, but it rolls pretty freely. Do the motors bite the deck when you carve hard? I actually had to check the deck because I don't feel this as I'm riding, but when I check the deck, actually there's like a little bit of rubbing there, and I have the truck's very, very loose, and I'm never going in a straight line. Do you work for or are you sponsored by Onsra? Short answer, no. I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. They're just kind of based in Switzerland, and they were one of the first companies that I came across that were really serious about direct drive, as seriously as their belt drives. How do the boards compare to the Tranzite boards? Now, I haven't ridden a Tranzite board. I know that Andrew Penman has done like a number of videos on this. I will leave a link to his channel below. They've also gone big into direct drive, which is great. I would assume that looking at just the specifications, the boards will accelerate faster. I don't know whether they'll get to the same top speed or have the same range as an Onsra, but still they look like a lot of fun. What's going on with the shipping? So I think a number of people have ordered boards and they haven't got them yet. Fabi actually responded directly back on this question. There's a battery shortage at the moment worldwide, and that doesn't even apply to just Onsra or even just electric skateboards. This is in general, but don't worry, Onsra will come through, and trust me, it's worth the wait. What don't you like about the Black Carve 2, or what could be improved? One is the charge port cover. It looks like the same one that's on the Black Carve 1. However, for some reason, I just cannot get the thing to close. It takes me a few attempts, and then I normally have to look and just poke it in the hole. Can't believe I just said that. The next one is the size of the deck on the Black Carve 2. Now, I love it for riding. However, in my Tesla Model 3, the Black Carve 1 fits perfectly in the boot, straight up. It's the exact right size. Black Carve 2, I either have to flip a seat down or put it in diagonally. The third thing that I think needs to be improved is I love the remote. I think the Hobbywing remote is really ergonomic, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. The only thing that frustrates me about it is the USB-C port has to be charged with a USB-C to USB-A. You can't plug it into a USB-C to USB-C port because that just doesn't charge it for some reason. Number 4, this is kind of an improvement, but I wish that you could push to turn the board on. I've had this on some other boards, and it's a really useful feature, so I don't have to like crouch down and press the button. I know, first world problems. And finally, the only other thing I think could be improved is to have a custom option with an app, a bit like what happens on the X-Way boards. So that was 15 questions in 5 minutes on the Onsra Black Carve 2. How did I do on the time? I probably blew the time out completely. If there's anything else that you guys want to know that I haven't covered in the video, please ask in the comments. I try and respond back to every question that I get. If you like this format of video, please give me a thumbs up. Lets me know that you enjoyed this and I can make some more. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.